A lot of people saying Ashlee Jenae would still be here if she would have never got with that white man. Well, not necessarily. I hate to be the black man to deliver this news, but there's a higher rate of black men killing their wives than it is white men. There's more cases of white men killing their wives because there's a lot more white men than there are black men. But the rate is higher with black men. So what I gather from this is damn near no woman is safe. Y'all gonna have to start being lesbians or something because these men out here killing y'all at an alarming rate. Don't matter if you're black, white, I need to check and see what the damn Asian men doing. What y'all doing? And I already know about the Mexicans because they don't call the tank tops wife beaters for nothing. And women, when you be dating, stop letting these men get all these different chainsaws and all these different garden tools, bringing them up in the house. They damn near plotting on you. They about to help bury your ass while you sitting up, oh yeah, he going to Home Depot. Tell him to come from Home Depot. You wouldn't be allowed to have shit but scotch tape at my motherfucking house. And men, watch your temper. Damn, you be that mad when you gotta kill a bitch? You got to knock a bitch off? I wouldn't have shit but butter knives in the house. How the fuck this steak knife get up in here? Who brought this steak knife in here? We don't even eat steak. We vegan in this mother. And you ever realize when a woman just going off, the man always say, man, she crazy. No, motherfucking statistics show that you crazy.
At this point, I don't ever want to hear the word gender wars again. I don't ever want to hear the phrase misandry is just as bad as misogyny again. Because what y'all seem to be forgetting is that words have meanings. And in order for those meanings to take form, they must require action. Hatred must require action. Until women are unaliving their intimate male partners in droves, I don't want to hear it. Because why were their lives taken in just 1 month? Mind you, I'm chronically online, so I see a story like this at least every week, and I am so sick and tired of women's lives being taken because a man couldn't hear the word no, or he was down on his luck due to poor financial decisions, and he just couldn't go off and do what he needed to do by himself. He just had to take everyone else with him. This false equivalence that y'all love to do, oh, women are just as bad as men, as women and men, we're hurting each other, it will never hold. Misandry doesn't even touch misogyny. In fact, it shouldn't even be a word that exists, but I am manifesting that for y'all. I really, really am.
I just feel like, why would you want a man in 2026 when they're literally in a woman's post who passed away saying rest in preference and blaming that as the reason why her life was taken? Like, do we not understand how mental that is? Because had it been the other way around, I don't care how it would have been the other way around. I don't care anymore. Because y'all use the same recycled conversation and you take away from the gravity of a situation because you blame it on a woman who made choices to date outside of her race. And for what? For what? Mind you, you're probably sitting at home lonely on your couch wondering why nobody would date you and then complaining about the male loneliness epidemic. And then you're also probably one of the ones saying that it's actually a female loneliness epidemic. No, nobody wants to date you. Nobody wants to date men who lack no empathy. Nobody wants to date men that have no accountability. Nobody wants to date a man who goes into a woman's post who literally can't defend herself because she is no longer on this earth and says rest in preference. Like, you're disgusting. And it gets to a point where it's so frustrating and you feel like nobody wants to date you. This is why. Your character is why. You judge women on so much. You judge them for how they look. You judge them for what they wear. You judge them for how they sound. You judge them for who they date. Especially black women. And I'm going to take it a step further. Especially dark-skinned black women. You don't want them, but you don't want anybody else to want them. Make that make sense. And it just frustrates me to no end because they are the same ones to come on this internet and complain, but be the biggest bullies in everybody else's comment section. And I get it. Misery loves company, and misery loves bringing down those who have created something for themselves. And I don't care. You could be in my comments. You can tell me all these things that you want to tell me. I don't care, because I'm sick and tired of y'all being the standard where you consistently raise the bar for us as women to do more to appeal and appease you, when that is who you are. Why should we want you? Why? Anyways, to my women, I love you. Have a great day.
This 23-year-old woman was 8 months pregnant. 8 months pregnant. And they found her. This is all within the last 7 days.
Hey, y'all out there in TikTok land. This is going to be take number 3 on this particular post because the enemy does not want me to post it, but I'm going to post it because of that. In the last 3 months of 2026, the number of black women being murdered allegedly and confirmed is alarming. It's a national emergency, y'all. I'm going to say some names because the names aren't being said because the narrative is being built around the abusers or the partners. Tammy McCullum, the pastor in North Carolina. Victoria Alexander, the lady that boyfriend chased her into her job and killed her. Serena Fairfax, the dentist, married to whoever the guy was, okay, because I'm not saying no man's names. Nancy Mateo, the vice mayor of Florida. Raven Edwards, Devonta Curtis, Ashanti Allen, Ashlee Jenae, Qualisha Barnes, Tiana Stokes, Gladys Johnson, and there are so many more that did not make the national headlines. I am pleading with black men to please do not enable your friends who are abusers. Do not make excuses for them doing it and saying, oh, yeah, I get it. She can be frustrating. Please urge your friends to get help. It only gets worse, and you are enabling them to continue in the behavior. I know that it happens because I was in domestic violence relationships, and I knew the friends that knew my boyfriend was a domestic abuser. Women, teach your young girls about domestic violence. And if you don't know what it looks like, reach out to someone who does, like myself or someone in your circle, because 1 in 3 have already been through it. So someone knows what it looks like. Women, we need to speak up. We need to talk about our experiences. We need to share how we survived. We need to talk about this. This needs to be a conversation at every dinner table, at every lunch table, at every brunch table. This needs to be a conversation. Enough about what we wearing, what we doing, what celebrity is doing, what we got to speak about things that will give us life. We need to share information that protects us, that preserves us. Black women are under attack. And I'm not trying to make this a political statement. I am talking about a demonic spirit that is attacking black women at the heart of who they are, which is their hearts and their love. Like they said, remember when that movie Green Mile, and he said they get them with their love. Black women are being murdered because of the love they have for people. Serena Fairfax, for example. I've been in that situation where I was going through a divorce and I was still living in the same household with my soon-to-be ex. When I think about it now, I know that wasn't the right thing to do. But I trusted him. I was like, oh, and nothing happened, obviously. This man was not an abuser or violent, a sweetheart, my ex-husband. But that wasn't a smart thing to do. And for a couple of reasons. I was dating outside of it at that moment. He really wasn't. But I don't know what trigger could have set him off, and people saw it, but I didn't see it. So we make mistakes. We're young, we're immature. But when it comes to our lives, we have to do better. We have to do better, y'all. My heart is broken. I've been trying to really make sense of this, and what's become really super apparent to me is that these things have just been boiling and bubbling under the surface, and now they're getting worse and worse and worse because of the state of where we are as a country. So black men, get therapy. If you feel frustrated in any way, form, or fashion, and you don't know how to get that out, and you're in a relationship with someone, go get help, because a lot of times that frustration turns inwards and then outwards towards the people that we love the most, and you don't know how it's going to surface. So I'm not going to make this a super long post, because I've tried to post this a couple times, and the universe, the demonic spirits of the universe don't want me to post it. Ladies, please talk to your daughters. I have a really close girlfriend. She and I are going to be creating something, a nonprofit organization that talks to young women, because we've learned that the reactive side of this is too late. We have to be proactive, and we got to start young. We got to start as babies so they understand what domestic violence looks like, the different ways that it shapes, the grooming, the controlling of it. And women, we also want to make sure that we don't take on that spirit and attack men. Men, if you're in a domestic violence situation, report it. I'm not going to only make this about women. Men, if you are in a domestic violence situation, report it. Do not allow it to stay closed and hidden. Don't let your pride stop you from doing that. Don't make you think, oh, she's the lesser of the sex. She's not stronger than me. What could she possibly do to me? Last I checked, bullets and knives, they don't require you to be big, small, little, big, whatever. I'm gonna stop now because I'm about to go into a rant, and I don't want to do rant because I want you guys to get the gist of this message. I love you all. God bless you. Please stay safe and have a great Sunday. Peace.